Hello friends, welcome to GK Sports India YouTube channel, and here is the Kumbi Jiku show where we look at the 15-member squad selected by Ajit Agarkar and co for the upcoming Asia Cup to be held in Dubai and Abu Dhabi next month. So we have K. Srinath, former Ranji Trophy player and currently BCCI panel umpire, to discuss what the team composition, how the players, if they are the right 15 that the selectors think will win India the Asia Cup. Sri, welcome again to the Kumbi Jiku show. It's been quite some time since the Test series in England ended. How have you been?
Thanks, Chico. I've been doing well. Fantastic. Trust you're doing well with amidst the heavy downpour and rains that are happening in Mumbai. Thanks. Thank you very much, Chico.
Oh yes, it's been a record rainfall in Mumbai that we get to see from the news channels. So looking at the squad, Suryakumar Yadav continues to lead, and he looks to be leading India into the World Cup next year. How do you look at the 15 with some? Do you see some surprise inclusions and omissions with Shubman Gill back in the T20 scheme of things, named as the vice captain of the squad?
Yeah, you started off saying whether this is the right 15 picked by the selectors, but you added saying which would possibly win India the Asia Cup. Yes, uh, if the selectors have felt that this is the best 15 they could bring to the table, that's it. And the team composition looks pretty good, having seen that they've got the best 15 on the table. Unfortunate thing in cricket is maybe you can carry a squad of 18, 20, whatever. You can get 15 onto the ground and only 11 can play. So, yes, looks a good, solid, balanced side. And it's an Asia Cup where typically we would look at, strong opposition in the wake. Always it's the hype that is created about the India-Pakistan games. And Bangladesh has done recently. They've done very well in the T20 couple of series they played against Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka themselves are a dark horse. They're going through a transition. So the teams that would look to just stretch India and give them a run for the money would be Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. And having said that, the sort of form the Indian team has been in, though not many of the players who featured in the England India Test match series recently, but they look a formidable side.
Yes, speaking about form, since India won the World Cup last year in the West Indies, they have played 20 T20 internationals, won 17 of them, lost only 3, one each to Zimbabwe, which was the first match after the T20 World Cup victory. They were, they lost one to South Africa and one to um, England. So that is the form that India has been, and under Suryakumar Yadav, they have done phenomenally well. And you would expect this Indian team as defending champions of the World Cup. Do you think it will be an easy ride for India in the Asia Cup? You just mentioned about Pakistan, always India Pakistan, a much sort of looked up to match. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, but then the squad that India has, top heavy. Shubman Gill comes into the scheme, no, into the picture, opening maybe with Abhishek Sharma, the man who just set the IPL 2025 afire. You have Tilak Varma, Suryakumar Yadav, and the likes. It goes on a strong, long batting lineup, and with a mix of all-rounders thrown in. Just analyze the squad for us, please.
Yeah, I think the viewers are pretty aware of what the 15-member squad is. Well, you said certainly it's not going to be an easy ride. The shortest format, any team can spring a surprise on a given day, and it's just that small moments in the game that can really turn the game head on heels. Yes, you mentioned a welcome inclusion. Shubman Gill has been brought back into the fray of T20 cricket, and to me it looks like the selection committee is looking forward to build a squad, maybe futuristically for the next T20 World Cup. So having that in mind, I think they've made the right choices. Suryakumar Yadav, as you mentioned, the numbers 17 wins out of 20. in the last 1 year. And yes, the key would be Shubman Gill back as vice captain. So automatically he walks into the side. Now he walks into the side. Obviously, he's going to, disrupt the opening pair. Sanju, Samson, and Abhishek Sharma have done extremely well. Though Sanju always he's put everybody on the edge of the seat. Either one, he goes for a blob or he makes a three-figure mark. That's the way Sanju's played. So now Shubman Gill walks in. It's going to be a left-right combination: Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. Now will India be tempted to bat Sanju Samson at number three? My feeling is he will be playing as a floater because Tilak Varma in the last 18 months when he's turned out for India in the T20 format, he's batted at number three and he's been in phenomenal form. And also he's the number two T20 batter in the ICC ranking. Then of course you've got Suryakumar Yadav to follow. Then as you mentioned, we've got a mix of all-rounders. We've got Shivam Dube, we've got Hardik Pandya, who's going to be an integral part of this side. And then we've got Samson as the first choice wicket keeper. And mind you, you spoke about the composition. India will certainly look to play all the three spinners. That is, Axar Patel will double up as an all-rounder, and again he will be playing the role of a floater. So the advantage, the top 7 or 8 that India has now is if Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill are going to open the innings, and even if they're going to fixate Tilak Varma at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 could be up for grabs. You could find Surya walk in, it could be Pandya, because you've got the luxury of Axar Patel and Shivam Dube who are left-handers, and Hardik who can be devastating. Then maybe you've got two wrist spinners in Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakaravarthy. Now, will India be tempted to play two seamers? Because India are going in with 3 frontline fast bowlers in the squad. That is, Jasprit Bumrah is making a comeback, I would say, of sorts after the 5th Test match he missed out on England. So he's fully fit and raring to go. And we all know how devastating he can be with the new ball as well as in the death in T20 cricket. And of course, we've got the wily left arm seamer in Arshdeep Singh, who's the highest wicket taker in T20 cricket for India. And a surprise pick, I thought, in the 15 ahead of Prasidh Krishna, Harshit Rana. Because Jitesh Sharma has been handed over a place in the 15 as a second wicket-keeper batter based on his performances in IPL. I think being the purple cap holder, unless and until Prasidh has been rested or he has a niggle or for whatever well-known reason to the selectors, I think Prasidh should have been there up ahead of, Harshit Rana, purely because of his variations and the pace he adds and the sort of different variety he brings into this attack. So I think the composition, what we are looking at, looks best suited. One reason, because we are playing in Dubai.
Right. And going by the 15 that they have picked, they have retained almost all the players who have played in the last T20 series that India were involved in against England, with a few, with the omissions being that of Mohammad Shami for whatever obvious reasons. Then Washington Sundar, Dhruv Jurel, and Ravi Bishnoi, who featured in the series against England, they are missing. And of course, Prasidha Krishna being the purple cap winner of the IPL 2025, though they have not, the selectors have not forgotten him for the T20 scheme of things. They have named him among the 5 reserves, which includes a batsman, a wicketkeeper in Dhruv Jurel, off-spinning all-rounder in Riyan Parag, and of course Yashasvi Jaiswal. Speaking of numbers and performances, we heard Ajit Agarkar speak about when they pick up the squad for T20 Internationals. Obviously, IPL performances are looked at. What do you say of Shreyas Iyer missing out despite a phenomenal IPL with a strike rate of 175, remaining unbeaten on 5 occasions and an average of 50 plus? Consistent performances, but do you think that Shreyas Iyer is only looked at as a ODI specialist?
What the committee is perceiving, I'm not too sure about. You mentioned it has Prasidh, it has Dhruv Jurel as a wicketkeeper batter, it's got Yashasvi, it's got Washington Sundar. Rinku Singh is one player, whom I have my own doubts about whether he would fit in the scheme of things in this, playing 11. Having said that, Shreyas Iyer has had a couple of seasons of IPL, which has been fantastic for him, having won the previous IPL under his captaincy for KKR, and he did extremely well for Punjab this year, bringing him to the finals. And he captained the side very well, and also as a batter, really he put up a brilliant show. So whether he is in the scheme of things, because obviously India would be looking at a pretty large pool, because the World Cup is a mega event, it's a massive one. So it's just not about this 15 plus 5 standbys who've been named. Obviously, India would be looking at Shreyas Iyer. Also, they would have somebody like Sai Sudarshan at the back of the mind. Mind you, the most prolific and devastating opening pair in the recently concluded IPL was that of Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan. Well, Sai Sudarshan is still young, 23, time on his side, and the way the committee has been following up things and looking at T20 cricket per se, I think it's not very far off for Sai Sudarshan to stake a claim. And yes, I feel sorry for Shreyas Iyer. Yes, he could have been there ahead of Rinku Singh, but again, if he was there, so with this sort of powerful top-heavy batting and the middle order packed with all-rounders, three all-rounders, Shivam Dube, Hardik Pandya, and Axar Patel. Three of them would certainly walk into the playing 11 on any given day. So would Shreyas Iyer have found a place? Would be a question mark. But yes, he certainly should have been there in the play. I mean, squad of 15 ahead of Rinku Singh is what I feel, because Rinku in the recent past or in the last IPL didn't light up the world with some stellar performances. So I think this is one of those, I wouldn't say glaring omission, but
Mhm.
something would have gone through. There would have been a thought process. Shreyas Iyer missing out looks a bit tough on him.
But I'm sure you'll be certainly feeling happy about Kuldeep Yadav being in the T20 squad and certainly to play, because we all felt he ought to have played at least 4 test matches out of 5 in England. And how I'm very happy that Kuldeep Yadav is still there and he will play a major part in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Do you agree?
100%. I think he should be a starter, with Axar and Varun Chakaravarthy. Because Dubai typically, with the conditions prevailing now, slightly cooler, and maybe yes, night games, the faster bowlers with the new ball might have some help to go with. So looking at the combination, India might look to get two fast bowlers on the park unless they look at something really serious in the pitch that could prompt them to play three fast bowlers, because Hardik Pandya is always going to double up and bowl your 4 overs. And spin will play a major role because wickets are going to be slightly on the slower side, more like the subcontinent surfaces. And yes, Kuldeep Yadav has got a major role to play in this tournament. We only hope and wish he's on the park playing in the 11, because his contribution to Indian cricket has been massive. Unfortunate, as you said, yes, he missed out on not playing a single game in England. Yeah, Kuldeep is going to be a major player in this team.
And of course, him and Varun Chakravarthy, what a deadly combination that will be. Varun Chakravarthy being the man of the series in the series against England at home earlier this year. I'm looking forward to them bowling 8 overs from them, as many wickets as they can, less number of runs, and India winning. Ideal spin
Obviously.
combination, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I think the luxury India has is they've got terrific reserves as far as T20 cricket goes as on date. They've still got a lot of cricketers they can pick from. And in fact, I just forgot one name, because where does he fit in will become the question. Hardik's brother, Krunal Pandya. Certainly his name would have been discussed. Would he have been picked ahead of Axar Patel, who's a like-to-like, replacement for him? Because Axar in the recent past has been the vice captain. Because Shubman Gill has made a return to T20 cricket, he's
Hmm.
been elevated as a vice captain. So, but it would have been a tough call to take, because already they've ticked two spinners in Varun and Kuldeep. So to replace Axar Patel with Krunal Pandya would have been a huge take the selection committee had to take. But nevertheless, I think this looks the best possible 15. As I said, Shreyas Iyer should have been there ahead of Rinku Singh. But the standbys are always there. The five of them, they are in the loop. Plus, people like Sai Sudarshan, Krunal Pandya, even if it's a fit Ishan Kishan, he certainly would be there. And a few more names would have been discussed, like Priyansh Arya, who did extremely well in the IPL. Also, the form fitness of somebody like Mayank Yadav. So the pool is pretty large as far as the T20 cricket goes. So the number of games India plays, running up into the World Cup, I think there certainly is going to be clarity with the selection for the World Cup. But as of today, the team that has been picked looks the best side, and definitely yes, India will start as favorites for this Asia Cup.
You just mentioned about Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill forming that formidable pair at the top for Gujarat Titans in IPL. How ideal that would have been had it continued into the international scene. We thought it would happen in England, where Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill play at the top, but they did have a brief partnership, but not that big. But anyway, Gill and Abhishek Sharma, North, known each other's game very well. I think their opening start should provide the ideal platform for India to put up the runs, or in the case of chasing, set the right tone to chase targets.
Absolutely, both of them hail from the same state. They play for the same state in Punjab, so they know each other well. And I think this young Indian side, especially in T20 cricket, play a different brand. I think they are fearless. They know how to handle pressure because they've been playing under large crowds, under lights, under pressure in franchisee league, and most of them have been around for long enough. So yes, it's a no-brainer. Two best batters, one who can really bludgeon the bowling in the way of what Abhishek Sharma does, and the subtlety and the sort of finesse somebody like Shubman Gill can provide. And added to that, the confidence which Shubman Gill would be carrying behind him, having led India brilliantly in England, drawing the series there, and that aura he would be carrying into the dressing room would be of immense value. So yes, a well balanced Indian squad. So hopefully the best 11 gets onto the park. So it's up to the captain and the think tank of the Indian side, assessing the conditions and situation in Dubai, getting the best playing 11 on the park, and hopefully Kuldeep Yadav is a starter on all games.
And Suryakumar Yadav, who is coming back from an operation he has had for hernia, and would that matter at all? Yes, he has been batting in the nets and all that, but game time, how would he prepare? How would he be mentally ready for this big assignment, the Asia Cup?
I think he's seen it all. Mental preparation is always there, even when they're undergoing the rehab. Obviously, they would be mentally prepared as to foresee what they're going to go on. And yes, game time is about match situation, which he's not had much under his belt. And obviously, he's spoken about saying that he's been confident, he's been hitting the ball well in the nets. And yes, 120 ball is the inning. And how much of it would Suryakumar Yadav get to bat? And we all know he's Mr. 360 degree. So he can be as innovative as anybody can get. You can't find, adjectives to describe the sort of shots he plays. Certainly, that shouldn't be hampering him. It's just about a game or two when he gets back onto the park, and he has a vibrant and bubbly character, and he's been there before and he knows what it is all about. Certainly, I don't think this injury should be worrying him too much because he's gone through a strenuous rehab in the COE in Bangalore, and I think he should be raring to go all guns.
On that note, yes, we will say thanks to our viewers and assure them that we will be back once India is in Dubai and is ready for the first match of the Asia Cup. Until then, thank you, Sri, for this wonderful analysis of the squad. Thank you, viewers. See you again. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.